to my channel, everybody. There was such a great response to the boys' minimalist room tour video that I thought today it might be fun to show you our girls' shared bedroom as well. So join me as I give you a tour of their small bedroom. Okay, just to give you a little bit of perspective of how the farmhouse is laid out. When you first come up the stairs, there is our bedroom is to the left, which you have seen in previous videos. And then there's kind of this little hallway space. It has a storage closet here, and a storage closet there, and I will maybe show those later. And then we've got our long hallway, and to the right of the hallway is the bathroom. We've got the linen closet, which I did a video declutter on, and then our boys' bedroom tour, which I will link for you to watch as well. And then to the left of the hall, the last room upstairs is the girls' shared bedroom. And it is the smallest room in the house, and it's shared by our two daughters who are currently 5 and 8 years old. And so when we first moved into the rental, this was used just as a nursery for our youngest daughter, who was home at the time, and we adopted her big sister 2 years ago. And so at that time we were trying to decide how to kind of change the room a bit so that they could both fit in here. And as you can see, it's not a large room by any means. It's only about 8 by 8 maybe. And we want to be able to fit 2 beds in here. Bunk beds wouldn't work for our girls because our oldest, who we adopted from China, she has a joint condition called arthrogryposis, and so she wouldn't be able to get on the top bunk, and we didn't feel safe with our youngest daughter being on the top bunk. And so what we decided to do is we took her crib apart to toddler beds. So from the one crib we made these 2 beds. My husband kind of put it together with simple construction, and they just work really great. So they're just toddler sized beds that the girls sleep in, which works fine for right now. They are almost outgrowing them. Our 8-year-old, again, she's fairly small for her age because of her condition, but she still does fit in this toddler bed. Her toes are right at the end though, so when we move to the new house we will have twin size beds for the girls, so we're excited about that. So the only other things in the room really are this bookcase, which we were able to get from the Carnegie Library in our town. When it closed, they sort of sold off the different fixtures that they had there, and so they had this really cool bookcase that I picked up, and it hasn't been painted. This is the color it was, but I probably will paint it at some point. And we just pulled some of the books off of the boys, the big shelf they have in their room, and we just put some in here. So we switch them out quite often, and they have some of their favorites like Daniel Tiger and the princess books, of course. And above the bookshelf we have a little art piece. This is actually a mirror that I covered. Made a little decorative jute kind of covering for it, and then I made a heart out of woven paper bags. So it was kind of a little DIY project also. This is covering the mirror for right now. The girls don't need a mirror in their room, but I will be bringing this to the new house and probably have it in their room. As they get into more the preteen, teen years, I could see them wanting a mirror in their bedroom. So that's what that is. And then we have our rocking chair, which was the rocking chair that I used in the nursery for all of our kids. And the girls just like to sit there and read. And above it we have some of the art pieces that their brothers actually made for them. And I think that's kind of cute. They said this needs to go in the girls' room. It sort of matches their colors perfectly, so it worked out good. Their windows are south-facing, so it's very bright. They get a lot of light in here. In fact, I have to have the shears closed so that it's not too bright in here during the day. And then over here we have their decorative bird cages with these little origami cranes that I made. I folded these before our youngest daughter came home, and she was adopted from China at the age of 21 months, and so I made all these cranes. I made 21 cranes, 1 per month that she was not part of our family. Just kind of a symbolic thing, and so now it's sort of just a decorative piece in their room, which I think gives it a little bit of whimsy. And then in this corner is where they have their dresser. Each girl has 2 drawers. Our oldest daughter's got the top 2 and our youngest daughter's got the bottom 2. This is a dresser that was mine when I was little. I got this from my grandfather, and so it'll definitely be coming with us to the new house. And then they have just sort of a little shelf here with some different decorations, some things that kind of showcase their cultural roots of China, and a little map that kind of shows China and America. There's a puzzle that we did for fundraising when we were fundraising for our adoption. And even though the room is pretty small, the way that this house is built, and it's an old farmhouse, there's a lot of space that they wanted to use every square inch of the space, and so they used the space under the eaves as storage. And so the girls have a giant closet, which they obviously do not need this much room, but this is what they have. They keep like their socks and things in here, pajamas. They have a lot of clothes that they're still growing into. We get hand-me-downs from some friends and nieces, and they still have plenty of clothing. I think I need to go through and really declutter their clothing because they can only wear one thing at a time. But that is the closet, and here's another view of the room. So that is the entire room. Enjoyed this tour of our girls' shared bedroom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to this channel or visiting my website, arrowhillcottage.com, for more tips on creating a simple home and living an intentionally simple life.